help, my book's not selling, or I have a book out there, but it's not really doing anything. Can you help? Can you help me market my book? And I often get inquiries like that. And the first thing I always ask the person is, not what are you doing, but it's like, can you show me your book? Where can I read a little sample of your book? And often they might say, oh, it's on Amazon. Even if you take a look at it there or download the free sample, and that's it. So I often go off then and I might check out their book, and I get this sinking feeling in my stomach because I can see what's wrong. And here are some key things I see that are wrong. First of all, there's nothing inspiring about the book cover, or the book title. It just doesn't move me, or the subtitle, or even worse, when I go in and I see that on the free sample I've downloaded, the layout does not look impressive. I might even spot a typo or punctuation that's out of place. But more than that, the free sample that I've downloaded, I could be a potential client of that person. But if I'm not wowed by that free sample that I'm actually reading, it's not actually inspiring me. It's not showing me who they are, why I should listen to them, what the book is about, and what I'll get from reading the book. I'm not going to wait till chapter 16 for them to wow me. If I'm making a decision whether or not to buy the book, I need to make that decision fast, because there's so many other thousands of books out there, vying for that same coveted space, by me. And really, particularly, I always ask, well, are you just there to just get sales for your book, or are you looking to hopefully convert one of those readers into a fee-paying client of yours? And particularly if you are an expert, a leader in your field, that's what you should be looking at, not just how much I can make in terms of revenue back on a direct book sale, because that really should only be a tiny, tiny fraction of the income you should get from your book. You don't need to sell many copies of your book. And there is a myth out there, oh, I want to be a best-selling author. And I can understand, particularly in a fiction field, and there is this, I suppose, look, it's good for your ego to say I'm a best-selling author. But really, all that is a snapshot in time that you managed to sell X number of books in 1 hour. And that can be strategically planned. But then your book might fall flat, and it's not going to deliver on I suppose, your hopes and your plans for the book. But also, it's not wowing the reader over. So really, some of my clients, they're not best-selling authors, but their book is working for them. They don't need to be best-selling authors. They're not out there casting their nets wide, hoping to drag in everybody and anybody, because that's not filtering out who they will work with and won't work with. And really, if this is you, think of all the time maybe you have wasted having conversations with people and they're going nowhere. They're pipe dreams. They don't have the interest, they don't have the inclination, they don't really understand what you do, they don't have the finances, and all that time that you have spent with them. Instead, imagine your book is done very strategically, but in a way that really amplifies you as an expert in your field, and also that they can really understand what you do. And that also does tend to filter out a lot of the unnecessary conversations, because those questions they may have will be answered in the book. Two, those who understand who you are and the value, really the next conversation is, meeting you on Zoom, on call, just validates even more the type of person that I thought you were based on your book, and yes, let's work together. They should be the types of conversations you should be having. And again, how many ideal clients can you work with in a year? That's almost the number of books that need to get into those hands. Okay, obviously you have to cast it wider, but really I would think it's a strategic game versus a just help, my book isn't selling. Instead, the question should be help, how can I get my books into the hands of those who really need to read it? So again, that's what I do with my clients. It's also what I do on my writing programs I work with on my clients. So if this sounds like something you're interested in, reach out to me and let's have that conversation. Okay, thank you.